Hey there, Crafty Jenna Bug here. I know it doesn't look like much, it's just the back corner of my yard at the moment. But I'm gonna build a compost holder for general compost. I enjoy composting, but in the interest of not attracting critters to my yard and house, I tend to do my composting in covered containers so that they're less likely to attract critters. But I'm going to build a larger scale vegetation type composter just for, throwing lawn clippings in and things like that. I saw something on Facebook, I think, where a woman uses cut limbs and fallen limbs from her yard to create a big circle and makes a big composter out of that. I'm going to be using these one-off cut ends. You see that? Yeah, I've got these cut pieces of wood. They're like little quarter rounds somebody gave me that they weren't using. It was just offcuts from a project he was working on. And I'm going to use a hammer and hammer them into the ground in a circular pattern and then weave thin branches and things around to kind of make a basket to hold all of my scraps, all of my my vegetation. Nothing food related because I don't want to attract critters. Like I said, it may attract snakes and nesting, but I won't feed them. So let's get started. As you can see, I hammered the offcuts into the ground in a circular pattern. I have an uneven number, which will help when it comes to weaving. And now I just have to cut some branches that are limber enough to weave around. I've got a bunch of privet in my yard. I think that's what I'm going to use. I will have to get rid of the little offshoots, but the privet's not doing any good. You can see a privet right there, actually. So that's the plan. I'm gonna start doing that, and when I come back, I will have more branches. Thought I would give you a close-up shot of what it looks like from above. It's not perfect, but I'm excited to see how it works. Now, the video I saw showing this method had it on a much larger scale. I'm talking 10, 15 feet across. I'm not dedicating that much space in my yard to this. And the idea is that it basically becomes like a basket to hold your compostables. And then it all breaks down over the course of time, many years probably. And creates wonderful soil for your garden. It's a long-term project overall, but figured I'd showcase me trying out this method. And if I hate it, I'll just take it apart. But, well, I'm kind of excited about it. I may need to go bigger. Here goes nothing. Time to get some branches and start weaving. breaking these down. I'm not going to film the whole process, obviously, but I'm going to go ahead and cut some more branches and break them down. Alright, I decided to make this thing bigger. I originally had 15 posts put in the ground, or 15 offcuts put in the ground right there. Now I have, what, 14 more? Yeah, so I'm going to make it 29 offcuts around instead of 15. So I'm going to pull those up, or at least some of them, and widen the circle. So let's do that. Alright, I ended up with 27 posts. I didn't quite do the 29. So I'm going to bring you in for a close-up to see what it looks like. It's definitely bigger. Wow, can you see how much bigger? You can kind of see the circle of the first one. I can't even tell. Yeah, you can kind of see the circle of the first one. But, so there it is. It's rough, yes, and it's kind of hard to see against the fence. But I'm excited. I think this is going to be cool. I'm going to start weaving here in a minute. This is how far I've gotten. I did some off camera just because it was a lot to film. So here it is. I've been throwing the pieces that I couldn't use into the compost area. So it's full of privet and broken wood. And I will just continue to pile things in there. It's probably 3.5 feet, 4 feet diameter roughly, because it's not a perfect circle. So there it is as it is now. Been making some use of it, as you can tell. Did a little bit of weaving off camera, and I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off on this now. I'll keep building on it as I need it to get taller. Right now it's about 2.5 feet tall. So yeah, that's that. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're inspired to do something similar in your yard. This is going to take a while to break down, so I'm really excited about that, just dumping stuff in it as needed as I trim things or whatnot throughout my yard. And as the privet grows back, which it will inevitably do, I will weave some more in it. So, as always, I thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.